Hi folks, I've got an Olight X9R Marauder to show you. What a beast. Let's have a look at the manual first and get that part out of the way. 8 levels of power, ranging from 200 lumens all the way up to, let's get to the interesting bit, 25,000 lumens, dropping to 6,400, 3 minutes plus 100. Level 7, 12,800, again dropping to 6,400, 10 minutes plus 90. Level 6, 6,400 lumens, 2 hours. So we're going to hold 6,400 or less, but 6,400 it's going to hold indefinitely, well, until the battery runs out. And then we've got these two other modes here. I mean, 10 minutes, that's pretty decent, isn't it, at 12,000 odd? And then 3 minutes at 25,000. It's very impressive. I'll show you when we're out. Charging, yeah, some other bits and bobs. The operation is actually pretty straightforward, so I won't go through it in the manual. I'll just talk you through it on the light itself. We've got the one button with a simple one click on. Oh, dear me, it's just come straight on maximum. Let me just change that. Yeah, so it's a one click on and a one click off, and we can hold the power button, as you've seen that I've just done, and change our power level. We've got a battery indicator there to tell us how much juice we've got, and just to show you that power indicator as we cycle through, it tells us exactly where we are. And a double click, I've done a triple click there, triple click is strobe, and a double click takes us straight into turbo. It's a good job my camera's dimming off here, because that is just insane bright. It's also insane hot. If I put my hand over the end, the proximity sensor will kick down and lower it, which was a good job, because the moment I put my hand over there, that was hot instantly. And a one click for off. So nothing complicated, and I really do like the visual indication, so you can see where you are, in particular where you are with the battery power. You're going to need these as well. Changing the subject. Those are for the, where did I put it? And you're going to need this, the shoulder strap. You won't want to be carrying that around for too long. It also comes in a very nice, literally suitcase, foam lined suitcase, with a car charger, the manual that I've shown you. Obviously you've got a mains adapter, and you've got this little anti-roll bar thing, and it's charged via this little port there. Now, I've had this for some time. I mean, I've been dying to do a video on it, and I've been taking this out most nights and having to play around with it. And I've managed to screw up all of the video footage I've done so far, or rather most of it. And the reason for that is, and I'm just going to have to explain this now, because I'm going to have another go tonight. It's difficult to get the camera to correctly expose every area of its beam. You turn this thing on, it lights everything up, and I find that it's either overexposing really close or underexposing really far. I think I'm just going to have to press on. There's just no way the camera can cope with such a huge amount of light being thrown out over such a huge area. So I'll press on and then point out perhaps on the video footage which bits are slightly overexposed and which ones aren't, but it's generally only the really close stuff, as you can imagine, when I bump it up to the higher powers. So without further ado, let's take him out and I'll show you what it can do. Okay folks, I'm out with the X9R. Let's just start off on its maximum power, shall we? The full 25,000. And this is the bit that I mentioned earlier on that the camera's struggling with. This tree here, it looks okay to me at the moment on the camera, but I know when I get home and have a look at it, it's going to be overexposing. So just bear with me with that. I don't think I can get the adjustment correct, otherwise right at the end of this path here, I'm either going to overexpose this tree and underexpose towards the end of there, or vice versa. So I think this is about the best balance that I can get in terms of its performance. So if you bear that in mind when you're looking at this footage, is a couple of the places it is overexposing. So let's start now on level 1, which, as you can see, is pretty decent just for its lowest. And I'm going to scroll through now step by step into our level 3, and that level 4 there, I mean, I don't know about it, that's pretty impressive, isn't it, just on its own. And it's going to hold that, of course. 5, 6, 7, and then 8, our maximum. So let's go back up to where were we? Let me get it right, sorry. So our level 6 there, the 6400 lumens with a runtime of 2 hours, it's going to hold that. And that is impressive just on its own, isn't it? Okay, I'll move along and showing you some different spots. So a touch further on with the X9, folks. I'm on its level 6, the 6400 lumen setting, next to this rather large lake. Let me swap hands. And I started off on this one, as just to remind you, this is the setting that the light can hold for 2 hours. And then 25,000. Wow. Absolutely staggering, the performance on this, in my humble opinion. So kind of the usual terrain waits for me. In fact, look at that. Bet them folk on that train must be wondering what's happening. It's lit the whole thing up, and the whole area is just, well, as you can see, it's just lit up like a Christmas tree. A little bit of mist coming in now, ruining it for me a touch into that distance there, but that tree line that you can see, we're going on for towards 250 metres there, which is being lit up absolutely no problem at all, and everything in between. I'll move on and show it you in some different places. I'm not messing about tonight, folks. Let's just bang it straight back on turbo. Pretty impressive. Let's scroll through our modes. Level 3 at 100 metres. Back through again. Let's go up to level 6. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Just on its own, as we saw earlier on. Not as impressive as that, of course. I don't know what you'd want to use this kind of light for, I'd have to say. Other than, well, other than this. Wow, looks like daylight really, doesn't it? Let's turn it off. Back on. Just ludicrous. In fact, let me show you alongside. This is the usual torch that I will bring out with me. Let me just swap hands and turn the X9 off. This is the usual torch that I bring out for dog walking. That's the turbo mode. As you can see, I've got a nice little bit of flood on there and a good bit of distance, but it does get a tad hot. It is a fairly compact light, and I can't hold turbo for too long, so that's what I can hold with there. This is an 8000 lumen, moderately compact. I mean, that's impressive, isn't it? But then you just get the Marauder. Looks like I'm disturbing the wildlife. Hardly surprising, really, is it, with the turning up? Yeah, sorry, I was just comparing the two, wasn't I? So there's my normal on turbo, and the X9 just smashes it, doesn't it? And this one on my left hand side now, this is getting hot already. I can't run that one at 8000 lumens for that amount of time. That is just immense. Let's carry on and I'll find a few more spots to show you. Hi folks, I'm probably at the most wide open spot I can find now, with some kind of houses in the distance there. Excuse me. Holy. Overexposing just down here a touch, but the distance is right. And those folks, them houses over there, must be wondering what the earth is that. In fact, these folks here, these are a bit closer. I daren't point at those houses too long. I'm genuinely worried there in case somebody comes out and starts to complain. Honest, those folk there, they must have thought, what on earth was that? I don't think there's much else I can show you about this light. If you've got a spare kidney, get it sold and buy one for the shits and giggles perhaps. Catch you soon folks.